Again, only a loss to Loud is just so surprising, but
Does have some
this
weaknesses
feels like
though.
a real litmus test.
But we'll see if we see any of them.
We find out a lot about either squad.
Furia, their first test against the North American squad.
Okay, triple frenzy. C9 on defense, Furia and attack. Triple frenzy to start this one off. Ghost madness. And they are expecting a short, and with the info they push middle, and they're going to have a fast flank, but the turret is going to spot them. So they get side for free.
Look at this fast flank from Cloud9. You already have Leaf and Zeppa.
Do they want to push spawn?
Nobody there from Furia.
A paranoia from Jake to clear the way, and off of that they've taken main. Zine pushing forward.
They have no idea about Zelsus.
There's more, but they still managed to get those trades out. Just 2 left for Cloud9. Quickly turns into 1, and Zeppa's got 2 on the round. Tap looking for the third. 12 HP. Nothing. Fury.
Weird. They kind of like
really nice
kind of own them, to be honest. Furia with this reaction. They got B for free. They realized no one's here, and then they wanted to get some more map control. They didn't have B main. They didn't have any people here, so they decided to push spawn. It's really cool, to be honest with you. I'm glad they weren't like satisfied with just getting B itself and actually pushed. They had a really good reaction.
But what happened in spawn there is really, really nicely approached by the players on Furia. And for Rooney, he was definitely expecting.
Do you know what, Began? It's been so long that I can't even remember that.
Wait for his KJ util to come back. He wanted to stay alive for it. And again, a fast 5-man approach towards B.
Worked the first time. I like this. Given that Cloud9 will likely not have much of a buy, just hit him with the same thing. Don't show him anything different.
We played against it, right, didn't we? Okay, straight up 2 B hits in terms of how they're approaching this. Rifle, rifle, rifle. One person that can die into this. Kind of 2 people, but they would prefer to only have 1 death. And this can be a rifle next round, so planning ahead for this one. Let's see how much damage C9 can do.
No fast flank. No pressure coming in from B main. It's all going to be coming in from spawn and from market.
Memory slips, mate. Bacan's trying to make me remember stuff from like a year and a half ago.
A couple of these weapons shot off too, so they know there's a bulldog on the other side. Good chance to figure out there's a phantom too. But it looks like those weapons are just going to be too much for Cloud9 to deal with.
Okay, that's an extra one, so that an extra kill would be incredible. Okay, 3 rifles saved into this one. This can be an extra rifle. So 4 rifles. We're probably going to have like a sheriff or like a frenzy dropped over towards here. It's a very good bonus from Fury at the moment. Going into it. C9 obviously full buy and pulling around for them.
And very little considered damage from Cloud9.
What's the
Cloud9 definitely still.
Mizing got a few.
Going for the type of players that will win
and he had 2 in pistol
at some point in this series and has won them so far. A lot.
Okay.
Of surprise rounds.
1 away. So honestly,
flashing out of the smoke, trying to
in a really good spot, and they have a decision to make whether it is, do they want to get this orb into this round and really try heavy snowball, or do they want to just accept it and use it for the next round? Knife goes in, hits 2. It's massive.
Like it's the same type of situation, but with the knife going off here in A main.
Sometimes this knife though, it's definitely worth getting hit by. Because otherwise they literally know A main is like fully free.
But they're going to go for the exec instead.
Damn, it's a nice kill.
MW is going to be a little late to it too. He should have a late dart though, which could be problematic if it lands as the hit is happening.
Okay. Smoke goes down on the defense side, so it's easier to walk out of choke points. But they lose the jet, so a little bit harder to actually get through them as well. But they should be a little bit. They can definitely contact into sites a lot more. So that's probably what you're going to see here. Still have the Omen if they want to TP through.
Of these gun rounds, so they're not really going for any anti-KO.
This wall? Yeah, this wall's nice.
Either, so see what they can get. They can drop this Viper wall. It just got fully refueled, so this might come as a surprise.
Problem is they're gonna have to wait it out.
Okay, that's the KO what we're talking about.
Nano to clear out back Jenny.
Oh, Molly's nice, definitely. Oh, this shit.
Zeppa trying to spam through as the door goes down. Not able to get a kill quite yet, but damage dealt.
And remember, EG running through that door was one of the reasons why.
They got a lot of damage done. A few people are low from Fury. This is retake blank.
You're absolutely right. This time the door down, it gets broken. The swing out from Leaf as he gets 2 dashes back. Finds some cover and goes back in. Khalil in hell. Leaf looking for a kill. He's
damn,
dude.
Third
on the round. MW the last standing back in main, and he
nicely handled. Leaf did great.
On the board.
And ultimately not being able to deal with Rooney because the KO, it just falls off.
Rooney 1 away as well. I'll tell you what though, nice damage done from Furia. Even though they will feel like they could have won this round.
Kill Mazen used his
Good
last
damage.
flash after that door fell, after the smoke fell, to try to re-clear.
Do you remember when we played Leaf on Ascent? Yeah, he had 20 kills in 5 rounds or something.
Not quite enough to do anything. Leaf with the wide swing.
This is a stupidly good player.
See the reaction from Frost.
Yeah, I literally remember looking at the scoreboard and it being 5 rounds in and him having 18 kills and just being like, mate, this guy's going to drop 40 and that's the reason we're going to lose.
1 point away from having his ult. Zeppa as well.
Cover going out.
A couple of key ults. Just around the corner.
I've cleared our main, but it could be right under. I think with that Trailblazer, you don't expect. Look at this challenge, though. Leaf and Zelsis.
Good champs, yeah.
Just break the turret and fall back while there's still pressure here in main.
I was extra nervous for that because when we got to match point, Soulcast decided to give it and was like, did the aeroplane symbol or something. Like pretended he was an aeroplane, and then they started to do a comeback.
Love to see Digizin slow down here. Wait for the point to come out, man. Rooney's going
it's
really aggro.
pretty brutal.
Maybe a bit too aggro.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to find a little
Yeah, they just kind of took a lot of jaws here. Didn't win anything over towards A main and got fully shut down.
After all those picks, that is a really nice execute on a number of reasons. There, Digizin pressuring through tree, staying alive that entire time, and they're able to really understand how the setup is there from Cloud9.
That's silly.
From Jake,
Dude, you did so many.
Scenario, but Furia was fully aware.
It also helps that Khalil gets that 2K in main.
It's one team you don't want to engage in. It was a big grudge match for us because obviously when V1 took us out in Iceland, they were giving it after, like shouting at us after they put us in.
Two-piece from Khalil that you just
was it lower bracket? Was there even a bracket back then?
Something that was missing in their game against EG and partly their game against Loud as well. That guy in the first 2 weeks of play was insane. Probably the most impressive in the league.
Did we win?
And he's definitely slowed down in the last 2 series that he's played. But they're a nice response off of the paranoia that Jake throws out.
He was saying he read like a book on stream and it felt good. Yeah, we had shown too much.
I mentioned Rooney ults a moment ago. Prior to the last
they owned our Haven.
Now they still have a buy given that they went for it, but Zeppa only on a stinger. Here, this ult is going to be key. If they can find a good place for it.
It's an early timeout. MC's a bit of a fan of these when they go down early.
We'll see if they do. Cloud9 calling a timeout. MC also wanting to be very intentional about finding a good place for that.
Fair knife on Vanity, yeah.
They also have Zeppa.
We had lost that map anyway, I'm pretty sure.
Previous round, so there are some tools here off of that.
It wasn't too bad at the time.
Wanting to throw the brakes on it, make sure everything is executed as flawlessly as possible.
I also think it looked like Cloud9 might have been postured to go for that very aggressive B main push that Leaf has been so good at.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason. I mean, they did it like 3 times against NRG. They did it in their prior series against Loud too. It's a really nice hit. Some other teams are picking it up, but I think this early in the game, you wonder if MCE saw that was the approach and decided to.
I mean, it would be Fnatic Ocean. It's just too much of a good comp.
Seconds left. It looks
wow,
like
they actually
still kind of positioned in that direction.
They're doing the B push.
Here. So this is that strat to push Leaf fast into a smoke and pressure up against QCK. You have to see if Furia is prepared for this, if they will react into
So really important round. They buy up heavy into this one. They force all the way back and they use a lot of... Oh, interesting.
This is actually way slower.
That's really cool.
And they're
That's
not
really,
going
really
for
cool.
the aggro push. And that timing was terrible from QCK.
That's really cool. I like that a lot.
Gun here.
And he would have spotted Leaf on the jiggle, and Leaf spotted him instead.
It's a nice way to handle their default. So yeah, important round. MC reminds them of it, and they bring it out. And again, like we said, it's a very important round considering their money. So this was really cool. Really cool. Did they get the kill, swap the gun over, and then bring out knives as well? Or did he have knives the whole time?
But here they have tools, Seekers, Pit.
Damn, that's a really cool strat.
Control that gen area. This is tough, and MW's playing so deep, he does not have post-plant util.
Blades used. DG's down. So is Mazin.
Yeah, what an insane round from them.
He's got his ult now, but he needs to fight. He needs to actually find some value first.
He's so close.
What an insane round from them. Holy hell. So yeah, they molly on top, it breaks the turret, and then they push all the way through, they get the kill, Leaf gets it, he's the first person in contact, obviously a beast, gets the kill, throws the gun away, has his ult, and then does this with the ult. Yeah, respect. And good, I talked about this yesterday, right, if people watch the EG Loud game, where you bring out the important ante on the kind of big rounds, right, they needed to win this round, so it was a very good pause. Good pre-planned round from them. Kind of pre-planned. At least like this little bit like pre-planned. I'm not sure it was direct anti, they might just have it, but it was very nice.
So now they'll need to consider what to do in that situation because that turret is going to be under threat. He has not even moved it from that position.
It's a deep orb thrown from Rooney.
That's something I've never seen before. Same. Like that.
He can jump back onto the box, but
oh, he does.
Ooh. They get a lot of space for this. Keep an eye on the Killjoy. See what the Killjoy and Viper can do on the side, though. Could be a strong setup for them with the alarm bot here as well. Yeah, it is. They had a good setup for this as well.
MW, I feel like we've seen this story before. 1vx late in the round.
I mean, he wants to do damage or keep this.
With nothing but a prayer.
And this will be the first round that Furia have not planted. The spike is down all the way down lane too, so
clean round from them as well. Only one death. It was perfect. That was very nice rounds back to back from C9.
But other than Haven, he has not been as strong of a pillar for this team. It's been Khalil, it's been Mazin. And it's all tied up now.
Furia timeout, they might wait for the full buy first.
Some of the tools that they had in the last gone. They don't have that Hunter's Fury anymore.
I mean, yeah, those two rounds back to back kind of changed everything. It was looking a little bit bleak. If they lost that round before they took the, after they took the pause, it'd be a much different game. You're looking at more like a 5-1. So yeah, it was huge impact from the pause.
Specific spots where Furia likes to push on that B hit.
They're very aggro on this one as well.
Alarm bot on stairs. How passive you can play there if you're Zelsis.
They get a lot of info. They shut down B, so they don't expect the B call again.
Turret's already cleared.
Furia doing the complete opposite in terms of we lost B so heavy, let's go there again. They're not going to expect it. It should be weak.
Yep, Rooney close by.
And as we can see, it is weak.
Who can call for the molly if it is the right time? And there's the second one being used as well.
Nice molly setup. Damn, they still have an alarm bot over towards spawn and they flood the side like this. Leaf is so good. It's a nice setup from C9. Dude, they have so much new stuff. What a disgusting round from them. I know this is a low buy from Furia, but that was impressive.
That molly that we pointed out on stairs,
these 3 rounds have been so good to watch.
You saw him pop it right there. Did just insta dies. I think there was a molly paired with that too from Rooney in that engagement. And remember what I just said about Furia planting in every single round up to that point in the prior round. All of a sudden, 2 denials. And those are fast and tough hits to hold. Again, Zelsis is by himself in that instance, given the way that he's playing. He's super passive. His turret gets broken, and all of a sudden you have all the Cloud9 players there to receive.
They rotated so quickly. And you wonder if perhaps that's what Furia are talking through right now. Maybe throw a little pump fake or something.
They're not mid-rounding. I mean, they're literally just hitting sites at the moment. Furia's whole thing was they don't even want to take mid at the moment. They literally just want to hit sites, right? That hasn't been working. They've been shut down way too many times now. They've done a bit of presence over towards A main. Right, in terms of that one, they had like a knife, and then they went to try and insta-hit sites. The most obvious thing for this timeout now from Fury is they're going to go middle, because they haven't had any kind of mid-control, really. We haven't seen it. It's just been straight up just here, hit site, hit site. This has not even been really approached, so that is why C9 as well now go into this one and go, right, let's have a setup for short then. Let's change our stuff around. And looking like they're going for the deeper smoke here as well. Let's see... Leaf is maybe going for off-angle dash.
Different look this time. Deep flash out from Zephyr towards A main.
A little bit of damage, right?
try to go mid
a little bit damage, but yeah, now we see the mid stuff coming in, right? Instead of the knife default over towards here, we had a recon at the middle, knife over towards market, smoke here, and they actually are creating pressure over towards the middle. This brings them into a 2-1-2. But again, C9 a little bit ahead in terms of the setup. Dog goes in, clears all the middle as well, so the pressure they've done middle has just been completely nullified.
Completely considered. I've seen them go for a tree push where he goes all the way up into spawn. See what they call.
He just got his knife back up.
Man, I love watching smart teams. It's so fun.
He's going to be able to spot Zelsis with it. Never mind. Yeah, he is.
Okay, that's huge, though.
They should be able to move a little bit more freely, but
that knife is huge.
Pulling away.
That keeps 3 people here. They did just do a flash over towards short, and it didn't hit anyone. But they did want to rotate. See what Jake can do. Jake has to somehow kill this B main person and stay alive. He's so dead. Yeah, MW0 had a really good drone there.
Once they took mid, QCK dropped an alarm bot to make sure there was no push through. Zelsis walked into it. They left Khalil as a trap, and he gets 2 easy ones.
On the flank.
Really nice round from them. As soon as that knife hit, it kind of all fell apart. They went close, they broke the alarm bot, and that's when the rotate had to come in. And then the flash went in to clear it, but it was a little bit too late. Everyone was out of position. We had 3 people like over towards here. We had Viper and Spawn as well at the same time. Obviously they'd done their mid default anyway, so there was pressure at middle, and then they just went in. And then yeah, it was all up to Jake really to win this round, and he got tagged from MW0's
4-4 Cloud9. I mean, at this point, this is already starting to look like a very scary half. Furia.
It's a good round from Furia.
Even though in some of these rounds, Cloud9 have looked perfect. The rounds that Furia are winning.
Yeah, I mean, they just kind of owned them with util here, to be honest with you. Like the knife and the drone was everything.
Against NRG, I keep repeating that, but it was Leaf of old.
Okay, they go for their mid default again, but Leaf is a little bit back. Does the smoke come down in time?
He's gonna have an opportunity.
Smoke goes in, he beats it. Nicely done. So yeah, smoke came in. Felt like he had a good time for it here. Gets the first kill. Lucky to be alive though, 30 HP.
See if they can find a fight in that time. This is occupying 2 players right now. Furia need to be taking map control off of that engagement, even though they lost a player.
Zeppa, understanding that there was a moment of weakness there, has to use his Trailblazer to clear tree back out.
Nice shot, not expecting that one. Really good.
Yeah,
and
the info is gone.
Yeah, I don't think they were expecting.
Oh, okay, I respect this, but Killjoy might check it. Damn. Yeah, Mazin went for the big play there. Still might be enough. Let's see what Jake can do on site.
Still not in though. 40 seconds. Look at MW.
Yeah, he's still on this flank.
He ulted in tree.
Damn, didn't expect the double flank. Now are they going to go back? Wait. Why would they do that?
Oh my gosh, the Hunter's Fury is 30 HP.
Why?
What is this idea?
What the hell was this round? Why not just go back through middle?
He could get the spike. I don't even know if there's enough to get towards A. No.
10 seconds left.
Jake with the right play. I mean, that ult on the
That was an absolute brain melt.
That is such a wild decision. That you know
Time.
the HP of Jake. You know he's one.
Dude, why can I just always hear Sideshow now and just everything that happens?
But that spent the 10 seconds that he would have needed to be able to plant the spike, and Jake would have had to stay on the site.
Honestly, chat, that one deserves a melon spam. I agree.
That
was
in
awful.
Fact, the entire idea with the lockdown to push up, I think they really thought they
Drave
had
out, thank you so much, dude.
MW was definitely calling that. They thought they
thank
had a
you so
pinch
much.
on spawn on the players who were going to be avoiding
Gift in
so they thought they could
ZNPH. How would I say
also
that?
think concern about A main as well.
Yeah, how'd I say your name? ZNPH, welcome, man. Thank you so much, Dre. Appreciate it. Thanks for that gift in.
And overall, could have been the right choice, but eventually that one's going to cost.
That was, damn, dude. That was one of the. That's one of the straight up. I'm not chat. You know me. I'm not a flamer. One of the worst mid-round calls I think I've ever seen.
I'm still
like honestly, that was really bad. Like, how did they ever think that was gonna work?
They've already gotten a dart and tree. It's cleared quite a lot. Starting to drone through the pit too. While the
after the ult and the safety area is literally here, and you want to do this with a spike, even though you cleared all the middle. Maybe, I guess you expect a B main push. That's the only thing, but it's like you killed the Killjoy.
This reminds me of something you said a couple of rounds ago, Ball, where it feels like when Cloud9 are winning rounds, they look almost perfect.
Fansily gifting over a sub over towards
right?
Melons.
Like
nice timing on that.
Want,
yeah, I can't agree anymore. Dude, I wonder if that mental booms them a little bit.
In this game, right? We expected scrap. We expected these guys to really take it to each other. But I think Furia's identity is changing a little bit over the last few weeks.
30 seconds left.
I've never seen anyone attempt it either, because it's just too...
In instances like this, I remember...
Okay, Jack, we'll just leave it. I'm having a hard time trying to get that round out of my head.
His radars were shifted towards Furia. They were doing a lot of things like this, saving very early and...
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Toast, thank you so much, dude.
With sometimes 3-4 players.
Toast, appreciate you. Thank you.
More cautious than ever. MW's gonna go for it though.
Love when the big round win comes up and just blocks everything.
So much better than just one hero rifle here. And DG still has the money for it, but he has not been the star of this team that you would have expected after lock-in.
Yeah, after the first few weeks as
Favorite part of coaching?
I mean, DG was great. Khalil was great as well.
Going to
right?
the events.
DG, but he
like the
what we
like it's an obvious thing, but like winning is fun. Like winning games and winning, like it's fun, obviously.
I mean, 2 and 7, struggling in the first
the most like satisfying thing is where me and Bacon have stayed up like for crazy hours, and then our ante actually pays off in rounds. Like that's the most satisfying thing.
Look at that Molly also considering it, but they're stuck now.
Damn, nice shot, dude.
That smoke coming back.
They're so mental boom. They're walking through middle now.
How many times have we seen engagements deep in this spawn? Cloud9 have taken a situation where it looked scary at the beginning of this half. Fury was on 4, Cloud9 was on like 5 or something like that.
Ketchup is spicy. Thank you so much, dude. Surely NRG win over crew tonight, right? I think so, Ketchup. I think so. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate that. 3 months in the Slug Club. Do you know Fraud allows Coach some history about him? I mean, yeah, he's a 1.6 legend.
Might have looked at the beginning of this, and again, another flawless.
All
right, let's tune into this last round, because honestly, though, if we ignore these last kind of 3 rounds where it's been a little bit crazy, 4 is still great. If they get a 7-5 half, like it's still really good.
Not playing super anti-KO here. I think Rooney just wants to pop a molly before the KO comes.
What do you think about Liquid tomorrow? It's Giants, right? The problem is map pool in my eyes. Oh, that's a missed dash, but it's up to Jake on site. Okay, he's done enough. He did enough. He got tagged as well, so he did really good to get this kill.
Just around the corner, waiting to pounce, waiting to strike. Spike planted now. Seekers to pave the way. They've got deep flash as well. As Leaf tries to get up top, find some high ground. Nothing found yet. Op in hand.
Damn, I like how Mazin's playing this with the low hit.
And shot delivered.
Nice shot.
Fall to that though, yes, spammed on
yeah, this all is everything.
Mazin is playing so much further back. Finally cleared out.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh no.
Tragic way to go. Is there a knife? Yeah. Brutal.
Okay, nicely done. What a great half.
I'm not sure why MW is
what a great half.
Contributing to that fight to break the lockdown, but they
4
to get in
and
there.
they got pistol. Holy hell. It's still like on paper it's a really good half. Like if you just forget that you want pistol, you can at least look at it and be like it's a good half.
All smiles out from Zelsis, and for good reason. Unreal. 8-4 half for Cloud9. Let's throw it down to Mimi down at the telestrator.
Why is he just sitting there? I mean, he had 2 people. He had 2 people that were going for it. He had a person B main, he had a person stairs. I think he just thought they were going to handle it.
From Cloud9, showing not only the preset plays that they have with this Viper, but also their ability to play in the mid round. As this one starts out and we look towards the mini-map here, you'll see that it is a 4-1 setup for Furia, playing heavy towards this A site with just their Killjoy alone.
He had shock still, but it's not going to change
you'll
much.
Notice that this molly was instantly thrown by Rooney that lands on top of that default Killjoy turret. Well, that's chipping away at that Killjoy turret and eventually break it. Cloud9 is just
Can you
waiting.
jump on the
All
side
3
box
of
and
their
spam
players
it?
are waiting for
Yes.
that little bit of a
You have to
sound
be.
cue. And then once that activates,
You have to be
they
lame
will
to
make
jump
their
onto
way
the side box,
into
right?
this space and find the Killjoy player who is lurking alone there. QCK realizes that a push is likely to come and wants
And
to
it's
hold
illegal
for
to
it, but Leaf
boost,
finds
so.
that kill. And now Cloud9, they don't overreact through this one. They don't instantly push through and try and make some flank happen here. Instead, they play things slow in the 5 versus 4. As
What
they
maps would be
realize that
best?
if that Killjoy is
I'm not
alone,
gonna
Furia is
say.
likely going to be finishing this
I'm
one
not gonna
towards
say, just
A,
in case.
and you realize everyone is starting to rotate over and set up for the retake. As we start to watch this site
We'll
hit
do it
play
live,
on
Ocean.
out for Furia, it will be pretty much
We'll do it and
uncontested.
talk about it
They get
live.
their way in, they omen ult, and they have themselves set up in a pretty solid position for the post plant. But there are a lot of tools available for Cloud9. You'll notice Seeker's online for Zeppa and Leaf with this Blade Storm as he's given that recovered weapon over to one of his teammates who didn't have a gun.
MCE best coach in NA. I mean, he's having a good. He has a good record, and it's looking impressive. I don't think you can take anything away from Chet though, as well, in terms of what he's achieved.
There's a Sky Dog coming out from door as well, so it's a pinch, and the Furia players don't
But
quite
in
know
terms of
where
like
to look, as on this
taking
site,
rookies
they'll end up just getting
and
absolutely
doing
overwhelmed
way better than
by
everyone
Leaf
expects
of
you to
heaven
do.
as their eyes
He's done
were
it twice
drawn
now.
towards the other side. This Cloud9 team, even when they get those early advantages, are very patient in these late rounds.
Why is NRG not hitting? Just rolls, in my personal opinion. They also might just be trying stuff at the beginning of the split, and then they'll kind of fall back to something that they're more comfortable on. But it does actually, like, that's what Na'Vi are doing, but it does actually look like NRG are struggling slightly.
But statistically, this should be their better side.
Because they're not trying too much stuff, in my opinion. It's more just roll stuff, so we'll see. But I do think that, I don't know, I'm waiting for NRG to just hit a switch and just look incredible.
In this day and age, but let's see what they show us on the pistol round, because it needs to start here. Looking like a very aggressive
Furia
walk
going
down
super
mid,
aggro
maybe
with
a
this one, it
flash
looks
for
like.
UG. No, they're just looking up top.
3-person middle.
This Viper all that Cloud9
Insta
is
drone
throwing
goes
is
out.
definitely different from what you'll maybe face in scrims. Usually you have that orb covering this spot.
Toxin screen down.
This wall also covers the cat, so Rooney now flank. And everybody else hitting that A site. There's Cloud. Oh no!
No,
the dart,
boss
that
man.
was so unlucky. Should have been able to consider that.
That's a massive
look at
mistake.
Leaf, look at Leaf.
They passed right by each other, and they have no idea. Oh dear. Almost makes a mess out of it. There's another one just
Oh my god, he saved him.
How have Cloud9 gotten away with this much value? How is Leaf still alive?
Yeah, he gets a dash from it all.
Forward now,
He's still alive. Who is this in heaven? Jake might have owned that.
I mean,
Oh, nice shot, dude.
They don't know where they
There's a
went.
smoke as well.
They've flipped sides.
That what an insane round from Leaf.
A tails hold his time. 1vx late in the round. Dead.
Damn, really nicely done.
Cloud9.
Leaf, 3 bullets. Has to connect every single one to hit the guy behind his teammate, and he does. Gets dash, gets out of there, gets another one. Jake makes the perfect play once the numbers are called as well, so Leaf's comms must be incredible as well while during all of that. Either that or they came up on the minimap. Probably that, to be honest, but maybe his comms are unreal.
You would have expected him to be right back into that.
Yeah.
It's either reloading his weapon, so he actually didn't have a chance to fight, or
in terms of pistols, 1-1.
And we've seen quite a few
How'd you come back from this?
miscoms here from Furia. It doesn't look as perfect, as clean.
Toxins going up.
Yeah, they dropped that same wall again on the attacking side. And there was, I mean, Rooney got spotted, ultimately. His timing wasn't great in the previous round, but there is a little pocket.
Not looking great.
Yeah, for him to play around. We'll see if it kind of keep that in the back of your mind. We'll see if that comes into play.
Yeah, they
later.
saw the shorty, and they don't want anything to do with it. Oh,
Spam through the smoke
okay.
on Khalil.
Well,
QCK, a lot of damage
straight
done
up.
to him too, and they've stuck
and then
Leaf
they
in
try and
his
get
pocket.
aggro, try and clear the information. Damn, nicely done. Yeah, just trying to take a risk on the defense here. Try and make sure that they can get a stack in the right place. C9 all over it, get punished.
It really does just look too easy for Cloud9 sometimes, man.
Nailed them.
And this one should be a little bit easier.
We didn't even see some of their stuff that they were doing, Bacon. They had a lot of new stuff.
But they have such a good hold. Oh dear.
Like they mixed it up a good amount in comparison to when they played it last as well.
It's one of those things where you're like actually full clearing it, but you don't believe that there could be somebody there.
Yeah.
You're just doing it because it's built into you, and
you
so
should.
you turn away.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, really? Double take.
Another round for
Scared from
Cloud9. Furia now with guns. Light armor on 2. Ult's really nowhere close either.
No, neither side. Just Leaf.
Yeah, that's
His
true.
knives are
Okay.
insane so far in LA.
All right. It's an okay bonus
Demon it is.
for C9 and a must-win round for Furia.
Cloud9
They are
with the
miles away
opportunity
from
to-
it.
if
Yeah, they got
close
no
out
kills
this
really
map in a clean
during any of this.
fashion,
Miles
that would
away
be
from
unreal. For Furia, who's been good on this map. I mean, they haven't dropped it so far.
Jake starting to perform crazy. Yeah, I think that
That's a good start.
I mean that's a
And there's
crazy
only two
start.
rifles out here.
Yeah, that's one of the rifles. They get an early kill. Molly's coming down.
This is actually very difficult to convert,
Wants to try and get a kill before it goes off instead of shooting it. Important jaw here. Okay, maybe this is still on. Leaf
Rooney
is just
falling as he tried to catch
insanely
a timely
impactful,
miss,
isn't
so
he?
they know that area of the map is exposed. Cloud9 okay with that though. As they've gotten B, they should be able to get the spike done as well. Blades
What the hell was I
online.
saying?
Dropped a weapon,
Yeah, he had a big confidence game.
so he can now fight a bit more flashily, a bit more stylishly. Question is, when do they go and how do they try to hold
Like
this?
he
Deep
probably
flash.
had like one of his best games against a team that he
He's already fallen. Jake
looked up to a
trying
lot.
Get aggressive and swing around.
It's a response from
And that's going
Khalil.
to do a lot for your confidence. Leaf
3v2
again with
here,
his
Blades
ult.
still up, and
Threw his
it's
gun
all
to a
Leaf's blades
teammate.
now.
Teammate goes down. This one's probably a bit too much.
The makings of a clutch moment, perhaps. He's gotten one, he's gotten a second. Oh, it's almost a playground now. It's
Oh
almost
my
a
goodness.
playground, but it's fumbled.
Is nothing.
Damn, though, that's a nice try.
That was close.
You gotta
That
give him
was,
a nice try for that.
like you said, the
Holy
makings of
hell.
an insane clutch. And Furia hold on for one of the most important rounds that they had to win to bring this, or at least keep this comeback possible. If they lost that anti-bonus, they would have wiped all the gains that they made by having such a
That was
decent
close. Good damage.
first
Okay,
half
so
on attack.
good damage done into that round now, and that means that this is a massive swing
They're
round.
no
We've got 4
strangers
people
to
that can't buy,
defensive side comebacks,
and
though.
they get the judge out as well, so it did so much
Lost
econ
7-5
damage.
on the first half against EG.
Molly's gonna
Won
take
both
down the
of those
turret.
games.
I wonder if he removed the turret. Let's see. Let's see if he's
Oh, a little bit of mid action and
Let's
a
see
lot
if
of
he's
targets from the
fast
team to
with
have
it
to
or
deal
not.
with.
He's all by himself.
I say
there.
fast. It's actually pretty easy to do when it's in a
Very
back of Molly.
aggressive, no one there to help him trade, no utility to set him up.
Should be coming up soon.
That's the IGL too. That's uncharacteristic for someone in that position to be peeking first
Nope,
on
he's just
defense.
letting
When you
it
have
happen,
a player
okay.
like Dijizin to take the peaks for you. No, he's not.
He was
on
very
point
committed
right
over
now,
towards
but
shot.
your tools are so crucial to the retake.
Judge though.
That judge not going to find any value.
Spike drop.
Still 2 members on the site though. Yep, and they had no idea.
Omen all back to
MW
the
with
site
2 big ones,
distracts
they're
them.
still on that side as
MW0
well.
and good pause. 3 on 3 now.
Spike out of reach. Zalsus has fallen. But Jake's on the trade and Zeppa's shown up.
Does
This
have a
is quickly
smoke.
2v2 here.
Oh, it's devastating.
Enemy remaining. Blocking sight.
I don't understand. I thought he was going to smoke that off.
30 seconds left.
But instead, Zeppa going forward.
Damn, nice shots from him
Shot at the
into
1v1.
this round.
The
Okay,
TG
that was the big
traced out.
swing round.
Seems like he's starting to heat up a bit as well.
Yeah, the
Yeah, both him and
Omen,
MW.
Yeah.
Khalil was
They can
really
start to
important
bring
here.
this back in. DG specifically,
TP to the back
I
of
keep
side, they
referring to
heavy
this guy as the
focused on it,
emotional
and
leader for the
W0 in
team.
a good spot to just shoot some in
In
the
order
side.
for the emotional leader to
Omen flash
put all
would have
his
been nice
energy
as
into
well, but
keeping his team in the
killed him
game,
too early.
he has to still be on point. Can't focus on his own individual performance, which sometimes definitely hurts when you're a player.
Low buy coming in,
Of such
and
importance.
Furia's time to try and build up some economy and get some of the ults
Jake
up
missing
because
the
they're
timing
actually
on that
super close
kill
to
that
getting
he
these
could've
ults.
got on Dijizin.
Celsus
Might
is
have just
one
ended that
orb
round.
away from an ult
One
if they
thing, too,
wanted to get it
good
and try
setup
close
for Furia
distance,
with the
but
judge close.
they're
You
going
don't
for like a
expect more to be
puggy
in the
kind of
side.
play.
Well, that's not great. That's not great at all.
There it is.
We wanted him to warm up.
Enemy remaining.
Damn, okay, nicely done from them.
4 on the round.
Yeah, just wanted to try burst over towards site. Recon
this game
spotted
has
even though
gotten
they had
back
the smoke to hide in.
Into
And
easy
yeah, that was
comeback
kinda it.
territory for Furia.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this one, anti-eco, but you see Leaf swinging there.
That was clean though.
That's the first time Dijizin wins.
Yeah, that was
fight
really
against Leaf.
clean. He
Leaf
didn't
up
have
to
a
that
great
point
first half, but let's see.
Was 5-0.
Let's see how it looks on defense.
Deaths. He was farming in that regard. Look at his scoreline, 22-11. It's not only Dijizin needs to come online,
Okay,
but Leaf needs
another big round for
stop
C9.
Leaf.
not got the money for this. They decided to do something a little bit fast. Wow. And they had an Omen flash all the way on top of this to push all the way off, and it hits this place here. That's nice. Good reaction from C9. Kill setup over towards door. It gets them only a little bit of damage. So yeah, nice reaction from C9. Love the push from Furia. Zin's kind of on one at the moment though.
Couple of members taking some damage, heal them back up. A paranoia to keep them back for now.
Wait.
That Hunter's Fury off of MW.
Whoa.
Committed to the ult.
Yeah, Jake's crazy.
Leave still trying to dance around. 2 members left.
Standing.
It's all going to be. It's just Zelsis now.
Here,
That
Neil.
ult is going to be a problem, but he's gotten it down to 1.
This is
4 HP, attention
not
divided.
double. 4 HP.
And I
What
don't
the
think he
ping's
can do
like.
anything to stop this right now. It's gotten it to half, and the spam
Um,
from Zine gets the kill.
It's a nice attempt from Jake, to be honest. I thought it was cool.
What a crazy ult from Jake. But it
The
actually
problem is
almost
that
worked
they
out. It almost even
used
gained
2
the
ults into this
1v1
one.
for Zelsis on the
So
side, given that
yeah,
Cloud9
once
had
they
to go
realized there
with
was no one on
He was
site
so
and
far
he
away
was
when the
here,
defuse was
they had 1 A
starting.
main as well. There's just 2 on site to fend off like 4 people.
And that was a gun
So
round there, Cloud9.
he kind of
Have to call
needed
the
to get
brakes.
at least 2 kills for what he did.
Realize the situation that they were in after winning pistol.
Okay,
After
last
being
time
so
out
close
for
on that
C9
bonus, too.
in terms of this one. And they're on a low buy,
shifted.
and Furia starting to stack
now,
up
it
some
looks
money,
like
like we
Furia
said,
wanna
get the Odin out.
Bring this back once again.
I'd love to be able to take a look at that last round one more time because it was so chaotic. I think the timings were everything in that situation, but it does feel like, you know, to go back to what you were saying, it kind of feels
Why do you feel like Furia
Cloud9,
just win
they had some
13-10
really nice
every round
opportunities
so
to put
far?
this
And
away,
if we're
and
taking
things
away
just
the
kind of
pistol and
haven't
stuff, look
landed.
really
Go back to
convincing.
that bonus, for example. That bonus lands, economy's broken for Furia, and we're talking about an entirely
yeah,
different conversation. But off of
I
that,
can see
Fury
it.
have won
Let's see
4
if we get
straight. DG's online.
see if we
He's
got any
got,
words of
what,
wisdom
5
with this one.
kills in
We
2
might not
rounds,
see what
something
the
like
change
that,
up is.
maybe even more.
Yep.
Like these
but
are some
I
of the
reckon
keys that Furia needed.
I reckon he'll want to have a plan in terms of the eco round. Again, low buy.
Khalil as well.
And I think it's when I look at Digizin start to come online too. That's a scary thought because he had
They're so
some
much more
courage
confident
for
now.
this team
Yeah,
ahead
especially
of
after
their
that B
game.
main push, right?
Talking
The
specifically about Leaf and
trying to
practicing
disrespect
against
the
this team and how he was going to be fuming going into this game.
the Viper molly. Sorry, Viper smoke.
And like we just talked about, the head-to-head between those 2 guys is definitely heating up. Digizin has not been a factor against Leaf so far. It feels like Leaf was the one fuming, but all of a sudden that might have just shifted. That's 2 rounds where Digizin goes crazy aggressive.
Goes in.
One with the 4K and then one where the
It's
early
one.
kill in the gun round is so important.
Not sure if they shot the Odin or if they waited for this one.
He's got the op now. Trained on Jake's position.
They have a hero gun, so Jake honestly might just
Inside
swing
of main
this.
too, but doesn't spot Jake.
A little too high.
Oh, they're walking into it. Oh no.
There's the hero gun. Gets the first kill. Do they expect the second one? Damn. DG's has to go.
This is an eco.
Insanely
Light by
huge,
here
yeah.
from Cloud9. Digizin's all alone, and he goes
Damn,
way
okay.
too wide.
That was ops. That was op and blades. Now down.
Yeah, that was
See the
huge.
shot darts trying to
Oh.
deny that early plan. As soon as the wall goes down, as soon as the door gets broken, the smoke goes up.
Oh,
GCK
risky.
taking a lot of spam.
27
you're right.
HP, had to kind of get out of
Trying to
there. though.
cross what feels like an endless
This is a
expanse.
very hard retake.
And as soon as they hear that, they don't want to go down into dark.
I wouldn't either.
Can he get a ping? If he got a ping there, that's a very easy kill on the Jake.
I mean, Jake
That
and
flash may have just saved his life.
was it Zelsis that won the second duel?
Fury
Jake and
considering
Zelsis just
saving,
won their
yep.
duels out.
Off we go, and that hurts because that was an eco. That was a light pie.
Bot coming down.
Barely
Yeah,
anything.
they were
couple
just a little
frenzies
bit.
here, a
They were
stinger
super
there,
proactive with 3 of them here,
and you end up with a Cloud9
which is absolutely
classic.
fine, but they just didn't really have anything for it.
Late in
And it
these
just
games,
turned out to
that's how
just
they've
be
been converting a lot of times.
just a timing. They didn't expect them to go. They didn't expect them to be this close to A main, so I
When it
don't know if
comes
they
to all
walked
of
for
the
an
gun
Omen
rounds,
smoke and I missed it, but
they consistently
looks a little bit
find
weird.
an eco
Yeah,
round
nice,
win at one point or another.
I mean the
Steal one away.
the hero rifle was in the right place. We saw him just taking the
remember,
duels,
again,
and
the
then
investment from Furia, not only
honestly,
was the light
Zelsis
buy
to win
from
his
Cloud9,
duel,
but
that was
there
pretty
investment
impressive.
From Furia. There was the op in the hands of DG.
Yes, that was an expensive Fury round. He bought that op up too.
And that was blades that DG used as well. Blades that he would love to have right now.
Oh, he's broke. You're right. Ouch. Shifting the weaponry and out, he gets the bulldog. Cloud9 continue to tally up. I mean,
Sky
rounds
is
like
just
that,
so
they're
good at the moment, yeah.
38% win rate
I mean,
on
they make
ecos.
this comp look really
It's
good.
absurd.
quiet from Cloud9 in the opening of this round. A second flash to see if there's any aggression coming in from A main, or picked up for Zeppa.
Okay, do they want to go get the second one?
Now 1 point from Seekers.
In terms of
I got the spike.
in terms of the
See
econ,
setup. They give them the spike.
it's
They
pretty
wanna
much
have
all
that
down
tool
to this
available.
one for Furia. It's a must-win.
That also
They're low
requires them
buy,
getting
sorry,
the
they're
spike
full
down and
spy,
getting
so
site
their last
control, and
round's
there
going
are
to
4
be
members of Furia close
really
by.
rough.
Good insta counter, you're right. That nade comes in. Is there a follow-up? No, not when the suppress comes in. 50 seconds though, Cloud9 still. Room
I
to
felt like they
pivot.
wanted to.
And we've seen
Okay,
Leaf get put
yeah, they were
into
just
this
trying to see
wide
if they could
position,
contact
but they're
and
droning
get
him out.
anything out of this one. Really,
It actually gets
bait out
too
the
far away,
reaction.
so it doesn't have
40
the
seconds
length
left
for
on
it.
this one. There is 4 people on A. So if they
First
did
time we
decide to
really
go
seen
over
them
towards
explode
middle,
this
we can
way.
say
The
it's the
alarm
right
bot
thing. Let's see how much
is gonna
rotate
get
this
cleared
pulls.
out. And now just
Nothing.
doubt
Furia kind of
question
fine
for
with this.
Furia.
Got 1 person here, still 3
Confused, they
people
use
over.
What's before them and try to figure out what the next play is.
It's a
Leaf
huge
getting low
kill.
power on Mazine is a problem.
That's the person that should be entering the site though, so everything on short's
They're
really
starting to
important.
crumble. It's just Khalil who's still back on site.
Khalil 51 HP.
And he's done admirably to get this far, but not able to find any
Damn,
more.
they just win all the jewels. Dude, Leaf just straight up
none
just won the first jewel over towards site
of
here.
that utility that they
This is nuts.
so desperately needed to get out in
I
order
mean,
to hold that site.
He needs,
against
he
the
needs to try
initial
hold on to
push
this
from
gun because they got
Cloud9.
nothing.
All of
It's
a sudden,
crazy
that's
the
not
amount of
available.
impact Leaf has
You
had.
don't have that molly, you don't
Actually
have the
crazy.
paranoia.
Root PB, thank you
And
so
again,
much.
You see the value in having that Viper. That
Welcome into the Slug
pivot
Club. Thank
off
you
of
for
the
using your
wall,
Prime on
the
me. Chat, you know what to
attack
do.
there, too, is
Let's
just so strong.
get a lot of slugs in for the new member. Thank you so much, mate.
The
Welcome.
teams favor that B walkout wall. Teams like Loud who have since dropped that Viper comp. You see Cloud9 sticking to it, and
Yeah, I liked T9's reaction from this though. Right, they got denied over towards here. Then they went middle, shot the alarm bot, shot the door, good pressure over towards here. And then that made A a little bit weaker because they had 1 person to watch this, but there was still 3 people over towards the site. But yeah, Leaf getting that first kill, especially on the KO, that's a lot of stopping power
Can't help
that
but
goes
wonder
down
what it
right
was that
there.
MC said in that timeout, and now Frost is going to have an opportunity to say something similar. Try to turn tides again. Because you're right, there had been 4 in a row for Furia. It looked like the comeback was fully online. It looked like it was going to be over and Furia were going to take full control, but that timeout just threw the brakes on everything.
yeah, this one not only is getting the minds right, but you have to get the strats right. Have to find out what the key is to Cloud9, because they've shown quite a number of different looks too, and they have so many opportunities to pivot. So obviously you have an aggressive round in your pocket, but for 4 in a row, you're gonna need to be able to mix that in.
It ended there.
I think one thing for sure though, they cannot withstand that full hit from Cloud9 on either side. It's been super strong, especially that A side. You cannot allow them to get up into A main and execute with full utility, because what you have is just going to be able to get rotated around and mid-rounded against.
Okay, 4 chances
Lots
for
of
this
things
one.
on B
Let's
site.
see.
Lots of
Let's see if
presence that way
C9
as
can
well.
close it out with 4. They have a
They have the
massive
Seekers,
ult
they have
diff
the
right
pit.
now.
Placing swarm grenade.
They got ult diff, they got gun diff.
Placing swarm
Fast
grenade.
Got
round out
everything
of
for this
Cloud9
round.
might be exactly the opposite of what Furia was considering. Digizyn's here, only a sheriff. Oh, the flash, but
Flash,
no damage done.
the flash, the
Yeah,
dart,
they wanted to go
DG
for
up
another
front with the
punish in
sheriff.
terms of this.
Good shock.
It was a really cool setup to deny that early aggression. But they're just able to wait out a little bit of that. Now go forward.
He walks out.
Leaf with blades. Has a stinger too.
Damn, look at it. They all just walked
I
out.
mean, these moments are always
Oh, he just got
intense.
spammed.
Yeah, literally just a wall dividing a couple of members.
Rifle down. It's
Okay,
only DG with
DG's
the
in needs to
sheriff.
somehow
And he's
kill
the
2.
only one on site. The rest of the members too
Gets
far
done.
away to help.
QZK, if he can somehow get a kill.
The pit as well.
Wait, we saw this ult the other day.
Yeah,
Was
the
it
two
them
rifles
again?
were
Because
completely
honestly, if
opposite
they did
side.
that anti and know that he
MW
stands
had
here, they
one
could
too,
get a spam, get the
Economically,
ult.
they were hurting. Economically, this round already was in the bin.
And with that should fall the map.
Come on, you can see the
And we
ult.
have to say too,
Did you
teams
watch
that
the game?
struggle to find ways to find this value
Nah, they
from
didn't watch the
Viper's bit
game.
on attack, but this one
Oh,
is
they did.
so
They
good
at least
until
killed it.
Well,
Player
Pit's
standing.
now
Damn,
down.
if that was QCK and he got the
Just
kill and
as
that was the
pit
ult,
goes
that would have been.
down,
They could have won this
Cloud9
round.
close out the round. 14 to 8 against Furia to take Ascent.
Damn, nice from C9. Holy hell.
Very nice start on a map that Furia I felt very strong on. And I keep thinking back to